Hey folks, welcome back to this video. The thing happened, right? I have been talking to a lot of early stage PMs these days, doing a lot of consulting calls, meeting a lot of people through Google Meets and stuff like that. The same question I get every time is like a lot of people are trying to break into product but not being able to break into product. I was struggling very similarly 2 years back when I was getting started into product, but there are a lot of things that you can build over time that will create an unfair advantage for yourself compared to a lot of people in the industry. So I'm going to talk about 5 such things that have worked for me, and I really believe it can work for a lot of other people as well, that helped me sort of bag a lot more opportunities than generally people do, and actually get these things for myself, and hopefully after this video even you will be able to learn from these things and implement these things for yourself, right? So I started out as a self-taught product manager. I did a bunch of courses like anyone would do, and then I sort of started applying. So when you start applying without anything, you just have a resume and you start applying, it's not the best way to do it, because there are a lot more people with not just a resume but a lot more things apart from resume. What I mean is, like, the one really important piece of this puzzle of getting an opportunity as a product manager to work in different companies as a product manager is proof of work. It's a no brainer, right? It's the perfect way to get into product if you are not from the basically tier 1. If you are at an IIT or an IIM, a lot of companies come to your college to sort of recruit for PM roles. But as far as I have seen, I'm from a tier 2 college as well. A lot of people in tier 2 don't have this privilege of getting these campus interviews. I mean, you might get campus interviews for technical roles, developers roles, but getting campus interviews for product is really rare. So you really have to build a really strong proof of work. When I talk about proof of work, I also get this question that I do a lot of courses, I learn a lot of stuff online, I look at YouTube videos, I take courses, I purchase cohort-based courses. But after a certain point of time, when you get the basics right, theory is just crap. It's no longer gonna help you take further ahead. The best thing that you could do to take yourself ahead is to build proof of work. What is proof of work in simple terms is like anything and everything that you build on the internet which shows the other person whom you give your proof of work that so and so person Balaji is capable of doing YouTube videos. He runs a YouTube channel of basically over 1500 subscribers who sort of learn product management from Balaji. This is proof of work. You're putting something out on the internet. This could be some LinkedIn post, this could be a community that you're creating, this could be a website that you're creating, this could be an app that you're creating, this could very well be a newsletter that you're creating, or anything and everything. You could also check out my basically video on side projects, which I'll link in the description. Any side project that you build is a proof of work for yourself. That is making others understand the proof that you have worked on something and are capable of doing it, so that you, when they hire you, you could replicate what you have done in the proof of work at that work as well. So that's the beauty of proof of work. If you have proof of work, it's gonna really help you a lot and get the foot in the door, right? This was the biggest piece that I cracked early on. Then coming to the second point, it's building product sense. Product sense is anything from like looking at a product, looking at a website, being able to tell what could be better, how they might be making money, what is the business model, what are the problems they might be facing, or what are things that they can improve, anything and everything regarding to the business, the market, the product, the growth, that you're able to sense through a gut feel. So with time, you build a product sense. It's not called as a product skill, okay? It's a product sense. Product sense is a gut feel. When you look at something on the internet, internally you are able to internalize a basically narrative in your brain that this is how it works. This is how it might be working. When you look at numbers, revenue, growth and all that stuff, you build a narrative and you build an understanding. right? This happens with time, as you keep basically looking at a lot of industry insights, a lot of startup news in the industry, trying to learn how different industries work, learn to how different products work, how are they functioning. Like a lot of people, we all saw Zomato going to IPO. Zomato had 7 different business models that we generally didn't know about, right? We just thought it's just like Zomato just is a food delivery app, we order and get food. But that's not the only business model they had. They had a lot more business models, 6 other business models apart from food delivery being only one of them. So that's the product sense part. With time, you'll be able to build that intuition. Whenever you talk to a recruiter or a founder building something, you'll be able to empathize with what they are building and give better ideas, and being able to solve things and have that gut feel, build that gut feel. That's everything about product sense, right? The third thing here is problem solving. I won't spend much time on problem solving because, as you all know, problem solving, you see a lot of design problems, a lot of root cause analysis problems, a lot of case studies in the ecosystem. You might as well build these problem solving skills by solving these. The good part is when you solve these problem statements, it in turn also helps with your proof of work, right? You can add these decks to your proof of work. That's a good way to do it as well. But apart from that, you can do some mock interviews. You can look at different things. You can listen to mock interviews. There are a lot of good mock interviews on YouTube. I've also created a video on learn product management in 30 days. I've included a lot of these over there. I'll also link Product Manager MBA. That's a free course that I've built for a lot of product managers. You can find the link in the description as well. So the fourth thing, the cold outreach. Now you have built the proof of work, you have the product sense, you can talk really well, you can empathize with the product when you interview. Then you also know problem solving, you can solve problems, you can talk to the founders, you can do the interview really well, you can solve these questions, right? That is the main part of the interview. Now you do cold outreach. You reach out to people saying you have all these skill sets. You do it on LinkedIn, you did do it on email, you write really good emails, copy and stuff like that. I've created a video on this as well. Isn't worth spending much time here. I'll just add it in the I button as well as in the description, so you can go through that as well, right? Finally, the hack, the mock interview hack. There's a really good hack that I generally use. So mock interviews, a very important aspect of your preparation. Generally, you have to pay for mock interviews. There are a lot of platforms who give you like 10, basically a package of 5 mock interviews for say like 5,000 rupees. Yeah, these are really very costly things that you can find in the ecosystem where people are selling you mock interviews. But you could either find people in community who would do the mock interviews free for you, which is again a little tedious sort of a job. But I had a hack 2 years ago that I used to apply for every single product job. Yes, you heard that right. Every single product job in the ecosystem. Even if I didn't want to join the company, I just used to apply to everyone, even smaller companies, all kinds of companies. Generally, I used to get a HR call. I used to do that really well because I have the product sense. I have proof of work. So I used to get shortlisted, which you will even if you do these things for yourself. And then they used to schedule a call, a product interview round for me, where they used to test my product sense, problem solving and everything. That's how I used to perfect my product sense and problem solving. By doing this, by applying to all the internships that you see out there, you would get more shortlists. And even if you don't want to join that company, you get a free mock interview done with the team, which is a real mock interview, which you will be able to learn from a lot. The interviews at different companies are different. So the more the interviews that you go through, the better is going to be your results. The better is going to be you understanding what you're good at, what is to be improved while interviewing, and getting that better for yourself. Right? So these are the 5 things: proof of work, building product sense, building problem solving skills, cold outreach, and mock interviews. All these 5 things are interrelated in some way or other. So I hope you found this interesting. And I really hope you find this useful. At least if someone would have told me these at the start of me sort of starting out my career, it would have really helped me in a lot of different ways. I could have basically saved a lot of time. I really hope this helps you out and you find this useful. And yeah, I'll be creating more such videos on product management and jobs in tech and startup news and a bunch of other topics. So if you did like this video, probably you'll like a lot of other videos of mine as well. So yeah, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. This is Balaji signing off.